The Rebbe in the Sikha proceeds to offer an alternative insight and explanation to the superfluous al avonotehem shel Yisrael. But first, a digression to map the timeline of the 450 odd years from the time that the Bnei Yisrael crossed the Jordan until the dedication of the first Beit HaMikdash. The yellow arrows of the map relate to the Mishkan. The white identify the cities in which the Aron HaKodesh moved through following its capture by the Philistines, eventually ending up in Kiryat Ye'arim for approximately 20 years. First stop following the crossing of the Jordan River was in Gilgal. The Mishkan remained there during the first 14 years. For the first 7, Bnei Yisrael were involved in conquering the indigenous Canaanite nations, and 7, the distribution of land to the various tribes. The religious center then moved from Gilgal to Shiloh, remaining in Shiloh for a period of 367 years. Major leaders during this lengthy time period, obviously Yehoshua. Upon Yeshua's death, leadership passed to a group of people identified as the Zakenim, amongst whom we have Kalev Pinchas, grandson of Aharon, and Eldad Medad of Bamidbar Perek 11 fame. There were others, these were the major individuals. From the Zakenim we moved into the period of the Shoftim. There was Devorah, Gidon, Shimshon and others. And finally, Eli HaKohen took over leadership of the nation. The Rebbe in the Sikha will attempt to link the destruction of the Mishkan at Shiloh to Eli. From Shiloh, under the leadership of Shmuel HaNavi, the Mishkan was transferred to Nov. It remained there for 14 years, and during this time, Shmuel formally anointed Shaul as the first Melech of the nation. Worth noting is that Shmuel HaNavi and Shaul both died in the year 2884. Following the death of Shmuel HaNavi, the Mishkan moved to Givon, remaining there for a period of 51 years. David HaMelech had already been anointed by Shmuel as the next king. Initially his rulership was confined to the area of Hebron. Eventually the entire nation committed themselves to his rulership. He desperately wished to build the first Beit HaMikdash. His request was refused by God, and in the year 2935 Shlomo HaMelech, his son, formally dedicated Beit HaMikdash number 1. We will now be looking at the textual sources regarding the destruction of Shiloh and the link of that destruction to Eli.